Hi friends, I'm Rebecca. Welcome to Squintillions. Today I'm going to be talking about Robinhood. Robinhood is a mobile app that you can use to buy and sell stocks and other select investments. Robinhood offers commission-free trading, so when you buy or sell your stocks, there's no extra charge. In the first part, I'm going to be talking about some of the requirements for having a Robinhood account. In the second part, I'm going to be doing a walkthrough of the Robinhood app, including buying and selling. If you want to move ahead to one of the other sections, check the description for the timestamps. I'm going to be talking now about some of the basic requirements you need to set up a Robinhood account. If you already have your account set up, you can just skip right through this part. I've seen some confusion across the internet from people who are not sure if they are able to have a Robinhood account. There are 4 requirements to opening a Robinhood account. First, you have to be at least 18 years old. You also need to be a U.S. citizen, U.S. permanent resident, or U.S. visa holder. And you need to have a legal address in the United States or Puerto Rico. Finally, you need to have a U.S. Social Security number. I'm going to go through each of those requirements. If you're younger than 18 years old, you should talk to your parents about setting up a custodial account at an online brokerage, such as E-Trade, Charles Schwab, Fidelity, or TD Ameritrade. I have custodial accounts set up for my 2 sons with TD Ameritrade. I have had a great experience with them so far. TD Ameritrade also has a mobile app that you can use to access your account. And you can have your own password and login, and your parents can have their own password and login to access the account. They also have an excellent education and tutorial section so you can learn what you'd like to know about the stock market. Regarding being a U.S. citizen, sorry, you're getting left out. If you are outside of the U.S. and you'd like to exchange stocks on the New York Stock Exchange or the NASDAQ, you can also open an account at TD Ameritrade. Keep in mind, when opening an account, you will need to have a taxpayer identification number. If you need to get one of those, just Google it so you can find the instructions on how to do that. Also, when you open an account, you're going to need to fill out an extra form. It's the W-8BEN form. Finally, if you don't know if you have a Social Security number and you're a U.S. citizen, maybe you're young, you're in college, you haven't had your first job yet, then ask your parents if they got one for you that you might not know about. When my sons were born, almost right away we got their Social Security numbers, but since they are not working, they're still young, they wouldn't even know that they have one. Check with your parents, and if you find out that you don't have one, you can go to www.socialsecurity.gov to get more information on how to get your Social Security number. If you haven't opened up your Robinhood account, you can use the Refer a Friend link that I've included in my description, and you will get a free stock for opening your account, and so will I. When you set up your Robinhood app, you're going to need to link your bank account information to the Robinhood app. So you're going to need to have your bank account number and your routing number. If you don't know what those are, if you have checks from your bank, look at the bottom of the check. The routing number is usually the first group of numbers, and your account number will be the second group of numbers. Now I'm going to be doing the walkthrough of the Robinhood app. and I'm going to be showing you such things as your account summary, how to search for different stocks, how you buy and sell a stock, and some of the additional features that the Robinhood app offers. If you have any questions about the Robinhood app, please feel free to put them in the comments below and I will try to help you as best I can. If you like this video, remember to hit the like button and subscribe for more content. Let's look at Robinhood.
Okay, here we are in the Robinhood app, and I want to show you how to sell. I'm ready to get rid of my Kraft Heinz stock, so I'm going to scroll down to where I see it, and everything's red today because yesterday the stock market kind of went bananas. So everything is down because yesterday everything was up. I'm going to choose Kraft Heinz, which is KHC. Normally when I go to sell, I do a limit order, but because I only have 4 stocks of Kraft Heinz, it's just going to be pennies difference on what I would select for a price to sell at and what the market rate is going to be. So I'm not going to mess around with that. We're just going to do a straightforward sale. Okay, I do this by clicking on the trade button here, and I want to do sell. Now it's already set to market price. It's at $32.56. Here's where you would change it to the limit order. Let me go back because I'm going to explain where this is. It's up in the right hand corner where it says order types. You click on order types and then you can switch to a limit order if you wanted to. Let's pretend we're going to do one. Limit. Current price is $32.54. It was $32.61 earlier, so I always do just a few cents more. I might do 65. Assuming it's going to hit that. And if it doesn't, I probably will the next day. And then if it doesn't hit that, then I will lower the price. So I would set the limit order. You set the price. You set your order can execute when, extended hours or market hours only. I don't know why you would not want to do extended hours. And good till canceled is what I usually do, up to 90 days. And then you put in how many shares. I have 4 shares available. So not clicking the green circle with the check mark in it. That would be how you would place your limit order. I'm going to go back. Kraft Foods, we're going to go through this again. Trade, sell. Current price is $32.54. That's fine with me. Oh, the price is going down. I'm going to sell it quick. All right. Sell your shares for at market price of $32.53. Okay. And that will get me estimated credit of $130.12. And now I'm clicking this green circle with the check. You are placing a good for day market order to sell 4 shares of KHC. Your order will be executed at the best available price. Swipe up to trade. Sending order. Done. So I immediately received notification that my sale went through. It came up as a card here in the front screen. You sold 4 shares of KHC for a total of $130.12. These funds will be available on March 26th. So I will then use my proceeds from Kraft Heinz to pick a different stock to put into this account. I'm going to show you how to buy shares using the Robinhood app. The ad for Robinhood says, "Getting started is easy. You can invest with a few taps and a swipe." And yes, the mechanics are straightforward, as I'll show you, but you must do your due diligence for researching your investment in advance. Know what you are getting into before you make a share purchase. Do not look at a list of the shares available and just choose one. I know it looks easy, but if you're a beginner, you need to know what you're getting into. So I'm ready to buy a stock. I'm going to use the search feature by clicking on the magnifying glass on the bottom center of the screen. I can now search. I'm going to type in the name of the company I'm looking for. It's Penske. There it is, Penske Automotive Group. Now I'm going to click the Buy button in the lower right corner of the screen. And I'm going to go into Order Types. I want to set a limit order. I don't want to pay the current market price, but I am going to set my limit order pretty close to the market price. The amount I'm going to enter is $44.65. I'm going to have it go for extended hours, and that is good till canceled. Well, hopefully it's going to go through today or tomorrow. I am going to get 3 shares at a limit price of $44.65. The estimated cost is $133.95, and I had just a bit more than that available to buy. I believe it was $138. Click the check mark, and now it gives you the summary of your order, and then you can swipe up to place your trade. And my order has been placed. Now I'm just going to wait to see if it bounces down a few cents to get to $44.65 and buy these for my account. Done. Now I'm going to do a walkthrough of the Robinhood account and the different sections you'll encounter once you have opened your account. If you're curious about Robinhood and you want to see what it looks like inside an account, then follow along with the walkthrough. When you want to open the Robinhood app, it first asks you to type in your PIN, which I've already done. And then you'll see a screen like this one. You'll see the total current value of the account on the top, along with information on how your account is doing today. There is also a trend line that you can view by 1 day, 1 week, 1 month, 3 months, a year, or the whole time you've had the account. The charts that they have on Robinhood just give you a general trend. If you want to use a chart for any analysis, you should look online at any of the stock market focused websites like Google Finance, Yahoo Finance, Seeking Alpha, or Investing.com. They show the horizontal lines that equate to the dollar amounts, which you need to tell exactly how far up or down the trend is. Looking at this chart, I don't know if this is a spread of $2 or $100 from the lowest point to the highest point. And here you can see that my order for 3 shares of PAG was executed at $44.65 per share for a total of $133.95. And that is on my first card. Then you can cycle through these cards. They have headlines that link to articles that are typically related to stocks you own or stocks on your watch list. I have Lazard, I have Sprint, I'm watching Starbucks, I have Maxim. So you can click on this button on the right side to move through, or you can swipe left or swipe right to get rid of the cards. If you want to have a look at one of these, you can just click and it will show you more information. Below that shows the section for cryptocurrency. You can click on the 3 dots on the right side, and then you can change from the last price to percentage change, Or you can click on this whole box itself and it will take you into a section with a little more information and where you can buy. But I'm not involved in cryptocurrencies at all, so I don't use that. Then there's the section on the stocks that you own. Here's what I have. S is Sprint. I have 1 share. MXIM is Maxim. I have 3 shares. LAZ is Lazard. I have 3 shares. PFE is Fitzer. I have 3 shares. LEG is Leggett and Platt. I have 2 shares. CIM is Chimera Investments. I have 2 shares. RWT is Redwood Trust. I have 2 shares. D is Dominion Energy. I have 2 shares. ABB is ABB Limited, and I have 4 shares. NYMT stands for New York Mortgage Trust, and I have 4 shares. And then PAG is the Penske Automotive Group that I just bought 3 shares of. Lower down, we have the watch list. These are shares that I'm interested in and following to see what the companies are doing and if they reach a price point where I might want to buy. If you've just opened your account and you are looking for stocks to buy, you can use the search feature by clicking on the magnifying glass icon in the lower center of your screen. If you know the ticker name, you can just type that in. Maybe you want 3M. That one is obvious. MMM. And then you select 3M. Then you can scroll down and look at the statistics for the company and also see their most recent news. You can also see the analyst ratings, and you can also see the sectors that they're involved in. There's a chart for earnings in the last year. And some information about the company. Do you look at the analyst ratings? You're thinking about buying the stock and then you come in and see it has only 30% buy rating. You might think, well, maybe I don't want to get that one, so I'll look at a different one and I'll go back. Say you don't know the ticker, but you know the company name. Let's say Southwest Airlines, because their ticker isn't based on the name. So we type in Southwest. There we get Southwest Airlines, and their ticker is LUV, or love. Then you can look at all their details. And you see that they have a 50% buy rating. And then you look at the trend line and it's a little bit down from where it has been. Maybe since the buy rating is more than 3M and that share price is down, you might think this would be a better thing to buy. You can also search for exchange traded funds, often abbreviated as ETFs. And that's like getting a group of different companies with just one purchase. Say you want to be involved in the technology sector, but you don't want to or can't pay the more than $100 per share for companies such as Apple or Microsoft or IBM. Then you can type technology into your search. You'll see some companies that have tech in their name appear first. And then we get to technology, select sector SPDR. And that is the ETF. And you can be investing a little in each of those 3 companies I mentioned and more than 60 others for the price of $75. So you can be invested in the tech industry. And here's some of the statistics on this ETF. XLK tracks an index of S&P 500 technology stocks. You can also see some other funds that people have bought, and it can give you some ideas for other areas you might want to research. Go back. Lower down in the search section, you can see the popular collections group. Sometimes it's fun to pick a stock from a company or area that you like or enjoy. It's not wrong to do that. For the greater portion of your portfolio, yes, look hard at the financials and the company's history and its future outlook. But don't be afraid to invest a little bit in something you enjoy, believe in, or support. If you love social media, consider buying Snap or Twitter. If you are a fan of video games, don't be afraid to get invested in something that you're interested in. You can still look at what are the best options to buy within that industry. So here, there's 41 different stocks under this video games heading. So you can look through and find the one that would suit you the best, and that has the financial criteria that you're looking for. I just got Nintendo stocks for the custodial accounts for my sons. I thought that would be something that might get them a little more interested in the stock market. So get your kids a video game stock or Disney or their favorite food brand, such as General Mills for Cheerios. If they have a vested interest in a product the company makes, it might get them more interested in learning about financials. And we'll go back. And you can then click on the icon in the lower right corner that looks like a head and body of a person. You get to a section that has more articles on Robinhood. There are many people online with questions about Robinhood and taxes. So you can click on Learn about taxes on Robinhood, and it will take you to the Help Center so you can learn all about how taxes on earnings are handled. And go back, and we'll look at some of these other cards. Invite friends, get a free stock. When you invite friends to Robinhood, they get a free stock, and so will you. You have a 1 in 100 chance of getting Berkshire Hathaway, Apple, or Microsoft. You have a 1 in 50 chance of getting GE, Ford, or Snap. 100% chance of getting a free stock each time a friend signs up. If you still need to open a Robinhood account, I have my Refer a Friend link listed in the description of this video. Follow it to open your account, and then we will each get a free stock. More cards. They have a promotion for Robinhood Gold here, and notification that cash management is coming soon. Step up with options trading. I'm not doing any options trading right now, but I might in the future, and now I know where to go. Learn how to invest on Robinhood. This provides some information about the basics of investing. If you are a beginner and just learning about investing, you can start here. You can read through each of these sections. Reasons to invest, how much to invest, finding an investment, price movement, funds like ETFs that I just talked about, earnings, and reading candlestick charts. So if you need that information, you can find it from that card, or you can find it through the Help Center. It's really the very basics of investing, so I would recommend reading more online via some of the finance websites I mentioned earlier, going to your local library and scanning through some books on investing or on the stock market, or even watching more videos like this one on YouTube. Just remember to always take anyone's advice as an opinion, including mine,
and do your own in-depth research on each stock or fund that you plan to purchase, because after all, it is your money. And you can also see the most popular stocks on Robinhood with this card here. You can already see some familiar names. Apple's there, Facebook, Tesla, Netflix, Disney, AT&T, Starbucks. Oops, just went into Sirius XM. So if you touch on one of those, it'll take you into the section about that company, like I was showing you earlier. So we've gone back to the main page now. I'm going to click on this icon in the right corner again, and we're going to go into Account Summary. You can see your portfolio value, how much is in stocks, and how much is in cash. And then at the very bottom of this section, you can see there is a heading for tax documents. I don't have any tax documents here because I started my account in February 2019. I would have needed to have sold stocks or earned dividends in 2018 in order to have any documents in my account now. Going out of there, we're going to go down into History. And this shows the list of transactions from your account and also shows some pending dividends to be paid. And you can note that I've got my PAG purchase on here. I had tried to buy PAG earlier at a lower price as a limit buy, but it didn't go through, so I canceled it. You can see where I sold Kraft Heinz and the dividend that I got from Kraft Heinz before I sold it, and then some other dividends I've received in March from Dominion, Maxim, and Lazard. Go out of there. And next is Settings, and you can go into Settings to make changes to your account regarding your notifications, options trading, set up Robinhood Gold, adjust your investment profile, or update your account details, such as if you move and need to change your address or need to change your email address or telephone number, you can do it there. Back. And you can also go straight into the Help Center. Let's go Help Center. So you can ask a question in the box here, or you can go into one of the categories that they already have listed, such as Get Started, Invest on Robinhood, Tools and More, Manage Your Account, oops, back, Troubleshooting Questions, or again, the tax questions. After tax questions, there's a little section on featured articles too. And then we'll go back. If you want to get back to your home page where you can see all your stocks, you can touch the little chart symbol in the lower left corner. That is the end of the walkthrough of Robinhood. If you like this video, please remember to hit the like button and subscribe if you want to follow me on the Grow Your Dough Challenge or see more financial content like this on Squintillions.